I came back to life the day Cedric Graymont got drugged. This time, I didn't offer my body to him. I called his so-called soulmate instead. In my last life, I stupidly fell for the uncle who wasn't blood-related. When I found out he'd been hit with something strong, I ignored his plea to call Elena Humbert and helped him myself. A month later, I was pregnant. He had to marry me. On our wedding day, Elena, who'd gone abroad to clear her head, got kidnapped and killed. Before she died, she called Cedric 199 times, begging for help. He didn't pick up once. Too busy sealing the deal with me. Later, he just stared at those missed calls, not saying a word. Then the day I went into labor, he locked me in the basement. I begged him to take me to the hospital. He just smiled, cold and empty, and watched me die screaming. The baby's still inside me. Last thing I heard? If you hadn't gotten pregnant, I wouldn't have married you. I wouldn't have missed Elena's calls. You deserved to die. When I opened my eyes again, it was that same day. Cedric was drugged, but this time, I knew better. Saint Vel, Lorvia, Rain, call Elena. Now, that line hit like a jolt. I was reborn. I grabbed my phone and dialed without blinking. Cedric was flushed, eyes hazy and burning. That look had wrecked me last time. Not again. I avoided his gaze and dipped out fast. She'll be here in 10, I said, already halfway out the door. Behind me, he growled something, sounded like my name. I pretended not to hear and closed the door hard, planting myself outside like a wall. 10 minutes later, Elena showed up, all flustered. She gave me a look, half relief, half something else, when she saw my clothes were still in place. Right before stepping in, she said, "You can go. You're not needed." Cool. I turned and headed upstairs to my room. Downstairs didn't go quiet till way past midnight. I let out a slow breath. Last time, I loved Cedric too much. Like a moth to a flame, I gave myself to him, and ended up pregnant. He married me because he had to. Then on our wedding day, Elena died out of nowhere. He lost the one he actually loved. After that, he went silent, until I was about to give birth. Then he locked me in the basement. I begged him to save our baby, even said he could take my life instead. It was his kid too, but he just stood there, watched us both die like that made things right. This time, I did what he wanted, brought Elena to patch him up, and soon, I'd be out of this place for good. Next morning, Elena showed up at the Graymont Mansion's dining hall. Cedric took a bite of brioche bread and potage soup, then dropped it casual. "Elena's my girlfriend now. I'm marrying her. Be nice." Then he pointed his fork straight at me. "Especially you. Don't cause problems for my fiancé." I just nodded. Elena flashed a smug little smile. I pretended not to notice, pushed my plate aside, and stood to leave. That's when I heard Elena start to sob. "Cedric," she sniffled. "Does Rain not want me here? I know she's important to you. If she hates me, maybe I should just go." Tears, soft voice, full pity mode. Cedric's jaw tightened. "Rain, sit down and finish your breakfast. I'm done." His tone snapped. "Rain Roveroy, I told you to sit down. Don't you understand plain language? Have you forgotten basic manners? I raised you. Is this what I taught you?" I didn't want anything to do with either of them, but they just couldn't take a hint. I turned and gave them both a polite, fake smile. "Uncle Cedric, Miss Elena, I've eaten. Enjoy your breakfast. I'm out." Half an hour later, there's a knock at my door. I opened it and found Cedric standing there, eyes stormy. I moved to shut the door on instinct, didn't want to deal with him. Cedric caught it, frowning. "You avoiding me? Why?" He leaned in, scanning my face. "You mad? Is it about Elena?" I shook my head fast. "Nope, I'm happy for you. You two finally made it happen." He didn't buy it. His eyes shifted, LD and sharp. "That's really how you feel? Or just acting?" He let out a dry, mocking laugh. "Rain, don't tell me you're still clinging to me. You think I didn't notice that kiss on your 18th birthday? That fake drunk bit?" He sneered. "All those love letters you wrote, I read every single one. Thought you were being slick, but the way you looked at me? Obvious. Everyone in this house knew." He leaned back, smug. "Not saying it out loud was the smartest move you ever made, cause if you had, I would have laughed in your face. Laughed at you for ever thinking you stood a chance." His laugh echoed as he shoved past me and went straight for the desk. He yanked open the bottom drawer, pulled out a thick stack of letters, and threw them across the floor. Then he stepped on them. "I raised you since you were 7. And this whole time, you had feelings like that?" He looked disgusted. "You knew my heart was with Elena, and you still wrote that crap? You honestly make me sick." He got an why face, voice dropping. "Yesterday, when I was drugged, I saw your eyes. You wanted to be my cure, didn't you? Good thing you didn't. If you had, I'd never stop feeling disgusted. You're not even worthy of touching me." A sharp stab hit my chest. I didn't love him anymore, not in this life, but still, those words cut deep. Cedric threw one last warning my way. Stay out of his orbit so Elena wouldn't get the wrong idea. Then he slammed the door on his way out. Fine by me. I didn't want to be anywhere near them anyway. I had bigger things to handle, like getting my paperwork sorted for moving abroad. Threw a few essentials in a bag and left the mansion. I didn't get back till almost 10, on purpose. The second I stepped into my room, I knew someone had touched my bed. Then I saw Elena's new post, a smug little selfie of her sprawled across my mattress. Caption, "A $100,000 mattress really makes a difference." Told him I wasn't sleeping well, and boom, he replaced one. That's what love Lou. KS like, he gave her my bed, the one he custom ordered when my back was killing me. 6 figures, easy. He used to care like that, used to know what I needed before I said anything. He raised me, let me fall for him, then played the saint and made me the sinner. But now, Elena whined once, and boom, he didn't even bother telling me, just handed it over. Cedric showed up at my door. "Elena's a light sleeper, so I gave her your mattress. Your back's fine now, so any mattress should do." I didn't look at him. "Okay," he frowned hard. "You've been way too obedient lately. What's your deal? You used to lose it when I was nice to anyone else. Now you're just chill." hell? Don't tell me you're plotting something. I'm serious. If you screw with Elena, I won't hold back. I looked up. I'm not trying to screw with anyone. Honestly, I'd just like to be left alone. Isn't this what you always wanted? Me, acting grown? You should be thrilled. His jaw tightened. Good. Rain Roveroy, you're really some tea. Ing. He slammed the door and stomped downstairs. That line always meant he was pissed. But I wasn't in the mood to play peacekeeper anymore. Didn't matter if he was mad. I'd be out of here soon. The next few days were quiet. Elena kept flaunting their relationship like it was her full-time job. Cedric stayed moody, but I wasn't about to chase after him this time. A month later, Elena dropped the bomb. She was pregnant. Cedric lit up like he'd hit the jackpot. Wedding plans launched overnight, and the whole house turned into prep central. This time, she got the baby, and I was finally ready to walk away. Once my documents cleared, I booked a one-way ticket to Italvia. Date of departure? The same day they said I do. Cedric cracked before I left, found me while Elena was out, barged into my room. He held up his phone to show me an email. You touched the money your parents left? Lawyer says it's a deposit for studying abroad. Seriously? You're running off just cause I'm getting Marie D? My heart stuttered, but then he kept talking and it sort of steadied. When I didn't say anything, he scowled. Still giving me the silent treatment? A whole month, Rain. If I hadn't come, were you just gonna ghost me forever? You've been off since Elena moved in, but she's the one I love. If you ever cared about me, you'd accept the people I care about too. Don't hide from us like this. Sure, you can dodge us now, but after I marry her, what then? You gonna vanish for good? I shook my head. You've got it all wrong. I see you as the person who raised me. I'm just grateful. That's all. He laughed like I'd just cracked the best joke. Grateful? Come on, Rain. Everyone knows you're hopelessly in love with me. You really think anyone's buying the gratitude act? Do you even believe it? His gaze landed on my desk. He smirked. You've kept every gift I gave you. Still pretending this isn't love? He walked in, picked up each item like it meant something, then looked straight at me. You should pack this stuff up. I'm marrying Elena. Time to let go of your little fantasy. We're not blood, sure, but I'm never gonna love you. And now that Elena's pregnant, she doesn't need to see any of this. I'm not risking anything happening to my wife or our baby. I let out a quiet and swept everything off the desk into a storage box. I was gonna toss it all before leaving anyway. Might as well start now. Cedric's frown deepened. He reached out, stopping me. Can't you be more careful? Look, you broke the little bunny on this hairpin. I glanced at the pin in his hand. His first gift to me. He'd given it right after adopting me, back when my parents died and he stepped in as their closest friend. I'd guarded it for years. Never even let anyone else touch it. I just dumped it all into a junk box like it meant nothing. And he was the one who couldn't handle it. You're such a performer, he snapped. Always acting for someone. You're still in love with me, and now you can't deal with me marrying someone else. Who are you trying to fool? You're clearly so torn up over my engagement you're fleeing Lurvia, and now you want to pretend you're over it? Please, if you've really moved on, I'll write my last name backward. He huffed. Maybe it's for the best you're leaving. Elena's pregnancy is still shaky. Better if you're not around stressing her out. Then he pulled out his phone and transferred 10 grand. Use this to travel around. Take a month. By then, things will be more stable. He looked at me, all serious. Have a good trip. Don't miss me too much. I'll be a married man soon. You'll have to get used to that. We still live under the same roof. It'll be awkward if you don't. He even started giving me travel tips. What he didn't know, I'd already been through all of this once. And this time I was really gone. On Cedric's wedding day, the Greymont mansion was a full-on frenzy from sunrise. While they were all running around, I slipped out the back with my suitcase and caught a cab to the airport. Quiet, clean, gone.